New York Comic Con 2023 had a lot of really cool pops, but was it better than last year's? Ooh, what's up guys? I'm MD Shady and today's video is going to be a which is better video between New York Comic Con 2022 and New York Comic Con 2023. So let's check it out. So if you guys have seen our which is better videos before, basically we have a format for this and we look at pops from a certain con from last year as well as this current year, which is New York Comic Con, which is the newest con that has just passed or is actually upcoming. And basically we divide the pops into certain categories and then basically give each year a tally if it was better for said category. So for the categories that we have for New York Comic Con, add icons, anime, animation and TV, DC, Disney, Marvel, movies, Star Wars, and then miscellaneous where you could have retro toys or like pop rocks, any kind of category like that that doesn't really fit into any of the other categories that we have. So getting right into things, our first category is add icons. There was some pretty cool pops last year. We had the Polaroid camera, which is a pop that I do own, and I think that that's a really innovative pop, but it's kind of one of those like foodies kind of pops where you're taking an inanimate object and you're basically giving it eyes and legs and arms and then calling it a pop. Though I don't really like that, I do like this pop. The Kaboom cereal clown, and this one's really cool as well. Lots of colors going on with it, and I think this is a really obscure, cool ad icon. And then of course, we generally get the Pizza Rat as well as Polly Pigeon at New York Comic Con, and the colorways for both of these are pretty sweet as well. And then in 2023, the first pop we got for ad icons is the McNugget with the pails. This is awesome. You have like the Frankenstein headpiece on the McNugget, and then you have the Halloween pails, which are just so cool. You got the jack-o'-lantern, the witch, as well as the ghost. Yeah, those are so cool. I love this. It's super nostalgic, and overall this pop looks super sweet. And then we have the two Polly Pigeon and the Pizza Rat. These are pretty decent as well. The Polly Pigeon, not so much. I do kind of like the colorway, but I don't think it's the greatest. And then we have the Pizza Rat, and honestly, this might be my favorite Pizza Rat that we've seen so far. I love the black fur with the red eyes. I would have never thought of a combination like that, but it makes so much sense. So I'm gonna have to give the point to 2023 with this one. Though I really like that Polaroid camera, I really love the Pizza Rat, and of course, the Pumpkin McNugget, or not Pumpkin McNugget, but the McNugget with the pails. That's just an amazing pop that I have to have in my collection, and it's super nostalgic. Moving on to the second category, we have anime. And in 2022, there was some pretty cool pops. We got the Goku there. Actually, a couple different Gokus, as well as the second form Cell. We have Yuji Itadori. This one's really cool. I love the glasses on that pop. The 2-pack from Duran Host Club, or Oran. This is okay. I mean, it's basically the same pop, kind of just mirrored, so not the greatest, but I guess it does fit the characters. And then we have a really cool pop, which me and DK both own, and that is the 5-headed dragon from Yu-Gi-Oh! This thing looks sweet, obviously based around Tiamat from D&D. This thing is just wicked. Love that pop. Then we have Luffy with the Going Merry, and this is an amazing pop as well. This is one of the best pop rides that we've seen in a long time, I think. Then moving to 2023, we have the Dark Magician Girl, and this pop looks awesome. This is how the original Dark Magician Girl should have looked. We do already have a Dark Magician Girl, so the hype is a little less for this one, I feel, but this is still a great pop. And then we have Ichigo from Bleach, and this is okay. I don't think it's anything crazy, and I feel like we've seen this character before in the Bleach lineup. This 2-pack from Demon Slayer, and this is pretty cool as well. Demon Slayer pops are normally really cool for the most part, and I think they nailed it with this one. The black hair Inuyasha, and this is great. It's cool to see an Inuyasha pop where he has the black hair. Also from Inuyasha, we have Shippo on horse, and this is a really cool pop as well, how they can take a small character and add to it to basically get your full-size pop out of it. The Diamond Collection Might Guy, and this looks pretty sweet, but I don't necessarily think this needed to be Diamond Collection. We also have the Monkey D. Luffy Wanted poster from One Piece, and this one's really cool, but they left out the mouth, and I think that kind of hurts this pop. So looking at these two comparatively, I think I gotta give the point to 2023 for this one. Now moving on to animation and television, there was quite a few pops for 2022. The first one we have is Swampfire from Ben 10. Super awesome to see some Ben 10 pops being made. Steed from Blue's Clues with the handy dandy notebook, and this pop is just top tier. This thing is amazing. I still don't have this in my collection, and I need to get it because I do have the flocked blue. The Gloomy Bear, that's okay. There's also the flocked version that has the blood splatter on it as well. The Yosemite Sam, and I do own this pop. This is a great pop, and I do really like the box for this new kind of Looney Tunes look. Look. Mona Lisa from Parks and Rec. This is a pretty cool pop as well. And we have Coach Beard from Ted Lasso. Then there's also the Kelly Kapoor from The Office, and this is a little unnecessary. Some of the Halloween costume pops are just kind of meh in my opinion. But then a banger pop that we do have is Jimbo Jones. That is great. And we also have Kearney. That's an amazing pop as well. It was great to get a couple more of the bullies in the Simpsons lineup. And then in 2023, we only had 2 pops. Geordi LaForge from Star Trek, and this pop looks sweet. This is a really cool character from Star Trek. One of the only like maybe handful of characters I could actually like know about from Star Trek, and the pop looks great. And then we also have No Heart from Care Bears, and this is awesome. It's the first pop we've seen in the Care Bears lineup where it's not just a Care Bear, and it's the main antagonist, which is perfect. I think this is a great pop and makes so much sense to be a con pop. So I think this one's pretty easy. Gotta give the point to 2022. Next, we're moving on to DC, and there's not too many pops. First, we do have the Red Superman. That's a really cool looking pop. I like that. Aquaman, that's okay as well. Star Sapphire, this pop is pretty sweet looking. And then we have the Emperor Joker, and this thing is amazing. This pop looks so sweet. I love the attire. I love the face. I love the scepter that he has, where it has basically like Harley Quinn's head on it, and that is also popified. I think that's a great detail. And then in 2023, we got Harley Quinn. Why are we getting more Harley Quinns? Though this is a great one, I don't think we need a ton more Harley Quinns. There's quite a bit out there now. We have Big Barda, and this is a pretty cool pop. It's nice to see some more obscure characters in the DC line. And then we also have the Toxic Avenger, and this pop is really dang cool. The glow on this is so different from what we normally see, and it's perfect. I think they did it so well. This is a pop that I would consider picking up if I found it at retail. So comparing 2022 and 2023, this is the toughest one so far. I think I gotta give the point to 2022 for this one. I really like that Joker. I think there's a lot of detail in there. The Toxic Avenger is really cool as well, but the Joker, just more of a known character. Next, we're moving on to Disney, and in 2022, we had Merida from Brave. That's okay. I like the attire. It's a little bit different than anything we've seen. Clarabelle Cow, which is an awesome pop. That's super cool to see her. Professor Owl, that's a really great one as well. Kit and Doggy, this was kind of a surprise and a really cool pop to see. The Glitter of Zero, which was limited to 3,000 pieces, and that's okay. I think some fans are definitely going to want to have this pop, especially considering it does have a limited piece count on it. And then we have the Smee with Skull Rock. Though this pop is really cool, love Smee. I think the Skull Rock looks great as well. This was kind of a shelf sitter pop. And then in 2023, we only got Indiana Jones, and this pop is really cool. I love how you can see the 3 snakes on the base. This is great, but my only gripe about this pop is that we just recently got the Boulder Escape Indiana Jones pop, and I don't think that will ever be topped for Indiana Jones pops. That is going to be the best pop they ever made for Indiana Jones. It's so good. That's a pop that I want to have in my collection because it is that good. It's a candidate for maybe the best pop of the year. So I think this one's easy for Disney. It's got to go to 2022. There's a way more amount of pops. The Indiana Jones pop is cool, but like I said, you can get a better Indiana Jones, so you might not want to get this one. The next set of pops we're looking at is Marvel, and in 2022 we had Groot from I Am Groot. This is an okay pop, but it's from a show that no one really cares about anymore, so Nick Fury, and this one looks pretty sweet. I love how the eye is X'd out. That looks so cool, and overall the pop's pretty decent. And then we have the Statue of Liberty from Spider-Man No Way Home. This pop's pretty cool, but I feel like if you want to get the Statue of Liberty in your collection, you're better off buying that set where you piece together the 7 or 8 different pops that come with it, and it's basically a big Statue of Liberty. I feel like that's the way to get it. You don't really want just a pop of the Statue of Liberty itself. And then in 2023, we have the High Evolutionary from Guardians of the Galaxy 3. This pop's sweet. What a cool villain. I think the pop looks pretty good. It is a little weird looking, but I think it kind of fits what this character is. The Goblin Queen from X-Men. This pop is pretty sweet as well. It almost is like a Pop and Buddy because you do have her holding the baby, and I really love this box for X-Men 97. This looks great. So nostalgic. And then we have the Classics pop for Captain America. This pop looks super clean. It looks great, but do we need a Classics pop of Captain America, considering I believe that this pop is still being made and it's not actually vaulted? I think that Classics need to be saved for vaulted pops. That's kind of what the whole point of the thing is, but I can't really knock it too much because I think this pop looks sweet. So going back over it between the 2 years, I think I'm going to give the point to 2023. I really like the High Evolutionary. I think that that is a pop that is needed for the Guardians 3 set. The X-Men pop, that's really cool. I love the box box for that. And though Captain America, we didn't really need it in this lineup, I do think the pop looks great. The next set that we're looking at is movies, and we start off with a huge banger of a pop, that being Borat. What a cool pop. I do own this one. I knew I had to get it. This pop is hilarious. It looks great. I mean, it looks just like Borat. It's one of those pops where you can have it out of the box and everyone's gonna know that that's Borat. Guy from Free Guy, this is a pretty cool pop as well. I think that the way that they did this is kind of perfect from what you see in the movie. Harry Potter, do we need Harry Potter pops for con pops? Not really when it's just Harry and nothing crazy going on, but maybe if you gave us some more obscure characters that we haven't seen before. Kind of like Neville Longbottom. Of course, we have seen Neville Longbottom pops before, but this one looks great where he's being picked up and he's on that kind of floating base, so you can see that he's actually kind of floating in the air. Kayla from Jurassic World, this is kind of meh as well. I don't think this needed to be a con pop. This could have easily been part of the common set. And then next we have Roger Rabbit with the kisses on his face. This is a great pop. I love Roger Rabbit, and I think that this is well needed. Of course, we did see the chase version of the Roger Rabbit soda, which basically is this exact pop, but in soda form. And then in 2023, we have Owlbear from the D&D movie. That pop looks pretty sweet. Spangler's Spirit from Ghostbusters. This pop is very interesting. I think that it looks pretty cool. I don't think I've actually seen this part of the movie. I have watched some of it, but I think I might have fallen asleep, so I don't know exactly what this is supposed to look like, so I'll have to look into that to see if it's super accurate to the movie. The Key Demon from Insidious, and this pop is amazing. I mean, the head sculpt on this looks so cool. The red eyes with the like bluish gray around them. The mouth is unbelievable, and then you have those hands with the fingertips being the keys. What a great pop. I think that this one is going to sell very, very well for New York Comic Con. And then we have Ray Fillet from the new Mutant Mayhem TMNT movie. This is awesome. I can't wait to get this pop. I'm gonna have to collect Mutant Mayhem pops eventually, especially after once I watch the movie. And I mean, this is Post Malone. He voiced Ray Fillet. Ray Fillet has always been one of my favorite characters from the TMNT kind of series, and I think that this is a very interesting concept of design for him, and the pop was pulled off perfectly. So looking back at 2022 and 2023, this one's pretty close as well. I think I gotta give it to 2022 Borat. What an amazing pop. I love that one so much. And then the Roger Rabbit is also a really great one that I want to have in my collection. The next set of pops that we're looking at is Star Wars. And in 2022, there was only two pops. We have B2 EMO, which is an okay pop. I think that the details on it are really, really good. And then we have Anakin Skywalker from Attack of the Clones. This pop is top tier Star Wars pops. I mean, it looks so cool. You have his like Padawan braid coming down the back of his ear. That looks so cool. I think it's well needed in the set, and it's been enough time where it's like, okay, where's an Anakin Skywalker from Attack of the Clones? Though it might not be the greatest Star Wars movie, it is super memorable to see Anakin this way. And then in 2023, we only got one pop, and that pop is Darth Maul with the spider legs question mark. Me and DK really wanted to see a spider legs Darth Maul. This is close to what we wanted to see, but it's not exactly what we wanted. We wanted to see the huge mechanical spider legs. We wanted to see the huge horns where Darth Maul just looks so menacing in the Clone Wars, but we got this. Not a bad pop at all. It's actually really good, but it is a little bit of a letdown because it's not exactly what we wanted. So I think this one's easy, though the Darth Maul is a great pop. The Anakin Skywalker might be one of the best Star Wars pops that we've seen, especially in recent years. I mean, it's just so great. We haven't seen this version of Anakin in pop form, and 2022 has to get the point for Star Wars. And now moving on to the final category with miscellaneous. There's a lot of different pops in here. So first we have Sergeant Slaughter from G.I. Joe. This pop looks great. This could easily be repackaged in a WWE pop, and then boom, Sergeant Slaughter for WWE. The Rubik's Cube. This is kind of cool, but again, it is one of those pops where you're taking an inanimate object, throwing arms and eyes and legs on it, and calling it a Funko Pop. Biggie Smalls, don't really need another Biggie, though I do like the gold attire. Britney Spears, this pop looks great. The Vecna and Vecna 2-pack, what a cool idea for a pop. You have Vecna from Stranger Things as well as Vecna from D&D, where obviously Vecna from Stranger Things is brought from, or basically is the whole idea behind it. Then we have the Turtles mashup with the Power Rangers. We have Mikey as well as Raphael. Both of these pops look amazing. Then moving on to 2023, we have the Warner Bros. 100 set where we have Bugs Bunny, Sylvester Cat, Lola Bunny, as well as Porky Pig, and they are basically the different houses from Harry Potter, which is really cool. I really like the Bugs Bunny as Gryffindor. I think that that's a perfect idea. Garfield, which is basically like a holiday pop, of course, for for Halloween where he's wearing a witch's hat and he's stirring a cauldron. Really cool pop. The heavy metal mascots for Funko, and these are amazing. The pops themselves look so good, but the names just escalate these pops to even better than just what the pop is. And then the last two pops we have to talk about are the Freddy Bones. These are amazing. It's the first time we're basically seeing Freddy Funko, but kind of different. It's a skeleton as Freddy Funko, kind of, or it's Freddy Funko skeleton. I love the idea that they have the Funko Pop masks, and the mask is Freddy Funko. Oh, this one's tough, and it's the last one. Oh, I think I'm gonna go with 2023. I think that the mashups are really good between the Looney Tunes and the Harry Potter. I think that that makes a lot of sense. They easily could have went with, oh, Bugs Bunny is Harry Potter, but instead they decided to go with the houses, which is a great idea. And then those Funko products are just amazing. I really want to get my hands on Filthy Grapes. So tallying everything up, it looks like we do have a score of 5-4 for New York Comic Con 2022. I'm kind of not surprised about this. While we were getting the announcements for New York Comic Con 2023, it did feel a little bit lackluster, though we did see a lot of really cool pops this year. So I guess that's it. 2022 New York Comic Con is better than New York Comic Con 2023, but at least that's in my opinion. But I would love to hear your opinion, so leave a comment in the comment section down below and let me know, do you think New York Comic Con 2022 is better than New York Comic Con 2023? Don't forget to like the video and subscribe if you're new here. But anyways, guys, I'm out of here. Peace in, peace out.